vidare med den sista gruppen dressyrhästar. Det är alltså de hästarna som nyss har blivit 7 år gamla som kommer att gå FIs finalprogram för 6-åriga hästar. Domare även här Kristoff Hess, Jan-Ove Olsson och på långsidan har vi Lena Mårtensson. Den här klassen den presenteras utav Citygross och Citygross är ju familjeägda stormarknader med butiksstyckat kött, manuella fiskavdelningar, egna butiksbagerier och landets bredaste sortiment av livsmedel kompletterat av ett brett sortiment inom hem och fritid. Ungefär hälften utav Citygross butiker de har hästavdelningar där man satsar på att göra vardagen med din häst roligare, enklare och billigare. Citygross kommer också att ha en monter här på mässan och där kan ni tävla om presentkort. Så varmt välkomna till Citygross och välkommen till den goda sidan. Vi har alltså 6 stycken hästar i denna ålderskategori och först ut Åsa Ganvik med Bardeno. Och Åsa kommer här med sin Bardeno alltså som är vallack efter Bellamour undan Didi som i sin tur är efter Dionysos. Uppfödare till hästen är Virpi Larsson och ägare Åsa Ganvik. Vi önskar er stort lycka till! Vi tackar Åsa Gamvik med Bardeno. Först ut i Swedish Warmblood Trophy för 7-åriga hästar. Och även här kommer ni att få omdömet presenterat av vår tyske gästdomare. Varsågod, Christoph Hess.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, and you had seen this is now a really difficult test. It's a test from the FEI, from the World Equestrian International Federation. It's a test for 6-year-old horses. And you could see 4 flying changes, you could see half passes, you could see shoulder in, which is really challenging. And I think that our first rider, Ava Gemvik, did a fairly good job. Not a 100% good job, but a fairly good job. And I think it's applause for her because she was our first rider on this high-level class today. Applause for her. No one from us as spectators was able to ride into the arena. So now the trot. I think this horse has in the working trot and in the collecting trot a nice rhythm, but the horse should be trained more from the behind. Sometimes the horse is not carrying enough weight and not pushing enough weight with the hind legs into the direction of the center of gravity, and because of this the impulsion and the elasticity is not as good as we would see it if the horse would swing more from behind over the back through the whole body. Therefore today it's a 7.7. Therefore in the future you should try to collect the horse more from behind, then you will have a longer moment of suspension and you will have a horse which swings more over the back. That's very important for the future. The walk today was a little bit short behind, especially before the first period and between the first to the second period. And in the beginning, the walk was not 100% clear in rhythm, 6.5. More overtracking, more rhythm are the criteria which I wanted to underline. The canter, nice, but a little bit more from behind, more through the body, and more bending and flexion in the corner and on the curved lines, 7.9. And submission, 7.1. The horse needs more bending, and if I can give you a personal advice, put your hands more down and come with your upper body a little bit more into the horse's movement. And when we look to the flying changes, the second, the third and the fourth flying changes are good, especially the last one, the fourth one. But the first flying change was in 2 phases and not through from behind. Therefore, submission 7.1. The perspective, the general impression 7.5. Thank you very much indeed.
Och sammanfattningsvis 7,7 för trav, 6,5 för skritt, 7,9 för galopp, 7,1 för lösordhet och 7,5 för framtidsutsikter för Bardeno, presenterad utav Åsa Gamvik. Vi går vidare. Nästa ekipage ut är Louise Hegbart med Alantois, som är en vallack efter Ampere undan Synovia, som i sin tur är efter D-Day. Det är Lena Nyström som är uppfödare till den här hästen och det är Aldry Consultants aktiebolag som äger den. Louise Hegbart, Alantois, lycka till! Vi tackar Louise Hegbart för visningen utav Alantois. Där ekipaget var placerade som nummer 10 i höstens Breeders' Trophy. Varsågod Christoph Hess.
I think this horse is a good example how young horses work. She did a lovely first medium trot from R to K, and then the horse was seeing something, and then there was a small disaster. And this is why I like these young horses classes very much, because these horses are all in age of 6, to be honest. They are now 7, just turning 7. But this is typical for young horses. They do a good job, and then they see something which we humans can't see, and something happens, and there was tension, and this was the problem of the day in this class. The horse has the whole time a little bit tension, and the horse was, because of the tension, a little bit short in the neck. The throat latch, which is the part between neck and head, was too short. The horse has to open the neck more, has to stretch the neck more, has to open the throat latch. This is very, very important to bring the nose line in front. Why? Because the horse needs the neck to balance his or her body. Now it's better than during the test, but the trot quality is good. Swinging back, rhythm, impulsion, 8.5. The walk with a loose rein or with a long rein is okay. It's not a great walk because we want to see more covering ground and overtracking, but the rhythm is good. But in the test, the horse was not enough marching. The horse had tension, and the steps in the walk have been very, very short. Therefore, today, very sorry to give a 6.0. Canter is lovely, rhythm and elasticity and an uphill balance, but we want to see a little bit more swinging over the back, a little bit a longer moment of suspension. Therefore, we were discussing 8.0 or just under 8. At the end, three judges decided to give a 7.9 because of this challenge, which you will fix in the future, we are quite sure. The submission mark today, 6.4. The nose line was often behind vertical. The horse was disobedient, and especially the half pass left, which is a clear challenge in this test, was not with bending and flexion. And on the right hand side, the horse was a little bit tilted in the lateral work. Open the frame more, then you will get a higher mark. 6.4 was the mark for the day, and 7.2 the mark for the perspective. Thank you very much indeed for coming, and good luck for the future.
Och detta ger 72% för Alantois med 8,5 för trav, 6,0 för skritt, 7,9 för singalopp, 6,4 för lösgjordhet och 7,2 i framtidsutsikter. 72% alltså. Och resultatet för Åsa Gamvik med Bardeno var 73,4. Nästa häst ut är Cobra CS som visas utav Lisa Johansson. Cobra CS ett sto efter Skovens Rafael undan Corvette som i sin tur är efter His Highness. Det är Charlotte Sundell som uppfödare och hästen ägs utav Emma Malm. Ekipaget var placerade 11 i höstens Breeders' Trophy och vi önskar er lycka till! Vi tackar Lisa Johansson för visningen utav Cobra CS. Och då ska vi höra vad vårt domarteam tyckte om det här.
Cobra is a horse which seems to be very obedient, very lovely to train, and I think it's a pleasure to have the opportunity to ride a horse like her. And she has 3 good gaits. Nothing is spectacular, but I think she loves what she's doing, and therefore she had no problems with the flying changes. The lateral work is okay, not especially good, but I think she is in general on the right way. And now we look to the 3 gaits and to the submission. First of all, the trot is okay. In the beginning, the rider was riding a little bit too fast. Lisa, don't ride too much forward. I think the second trot was on the diagonal. It was extension and trot was better than the first one. And the third extension and trot was the best one. I think don't ask the tempo, just try to have longer steps and not the steps quicker or faster. 7.8 is the mark. And in walk, you have a nice rhythm, a good relaxation. The horse is active and absolutely clear in the footfall, which is very, very important, and has a fairly good ground cover. And I think in the second part, the walk was better than in the beginning, 7.8. In the canter, you should try to ride a little bit a longer moment of suspension and to bring the nose line more in front, which is easier for the horse to balance the body. Then you will get better strides, longer strides, and at the end of the day, higher marks today. Because of this, you get a 7.0 because of the short, quick strides. And then the submission, 7.5. On the right-hand side, you need a little bit more bending in the circle line and in shoulder in. Half pass was better, but the horse was a little bit tilted. But I think you were able to ride fairly good pirouettes. Mainly the second one, or especially the second one, was a good one. And easy-going flying changes. The horse is quite obedient. 7.5. Perspective, 7.7. And in total, we don't know the mark. We see the total mark in the middle, in a second. There is a total mark, 7.560 in the lead so far.
Ja, upp i ledning alltså för Cobra CS och Lisa Johansson. 75,6% fördelat på 7,8 för trav, 7,8 för skritt, 7,0 för galopp, 7,5 för lösgjordhet och 7,7 för framtidsutsikter. Vi har 3 ekipage återstående i den här klassen, Swedish Warmblood Trophy för 7-åriga hästar, som presenteras utav City Gross. Och nästa ekipage ut, det är Mikaela Alderin Danielsson med Bossa Nova YL. Och vi hör att Bossa Nova är på ingång och här kommer hon. Bossa Nova YL alltså, visar utav Mikaela Alderin Danielsson. Ett sto efter Bocelli undan Losita B som i sin tur är efter Lobo. Det är Yvonne Sterntorp Ingvarsson som är uppfödare och hästen ägs utav Hans Danielsson. Bossa Nova YL, Mikaela Alderin Danielsson alltså fjärdeplacerade i höstens Breeders Trophy, och det här ekipaget representerade också SVB vid unghäst-VM 2016. Varsågoda! Tack Mikaela Aldrin Danielsson för visningen utav Bossa Nova YL. Domarna diskuterar sista betygen. Vi ska alldeles strax få höra resultatet. Lisa Johansson alltså i ledning så här långt med 75,6%. Vi lämnar över till Christoph Hess.
Our last horse, a mare, it's a very, very active mare. She wants to work, and sometimes I have the feeling, or we have the feeling, she wants to do more than the rider wants to do. And you saw the movement pirouette in walk, and she wants to do a piaffe, and especially when she wants to do, or when she was on the way to do the second pirouette. Therefore, the horse needs a little bit more relaxation, and this was today a little bit the problem, that the horse was very, very full of motivation, to say it in a positive way, and but at the end of the day we need more suppleness to train the horse to the highest level which is possible. So now we look first for the trot, and there is nearly a very good mark. We had first a 9, but then because of the last diagonal in the extended trot, we changed the mark from 9 to 8.8 because the balance was not totally in a good way to be seen. And the horse has a lovely rhythm, a good elasticity, but the horse has to be more supple. But if the horse will use his body more and more, then you have 8 and a proper prospect into the direction of 9 point plus. Today a little bit disappointing the walk. Why? Because the horse was not relaxed enough and there was no ground cover, and therefore today, very, very sorry, just a 6.0. The canter on the right hand side better than on the left hand side. Today, not supple enough. Nick, you were riding quite a lot with your hands, but we think the horse has quite a good rhythm, a good elasticity, and a good potential for natural balance, 7.4. Submission in the lateral work, you started in a good way, but in some parts the horse was too fast, you had tension, and the first flying changes, the first 2 flying changes good. The third flying change, the horse was anticipating the flying change, and the fourth flying change was not enough through from behind. 6.4 for submission, and the perspective 7.5. Thank you very much.
Och detta ger 72,2%. Fördelat alltså på 8,8 för trav, 6,0 för skritt, 7,4 för galopp, 6,4 för lösgjordhet och 7,5 för framtidsutsikter. Tredje placering så här långt för Mikaela Aldrin Danielsson med Bossa Nova YL. Nästa ryttare ut, det är Stefan Jansson som visar Sydney, en vallack efter sydevind. Moder är Laura Ashley som i sin tur är efter Laurentio. Det är Camilla och Seth Andersson som är uppfödare till hästen, och den ägs utav ryttaren Stefan Jansson. Det här ekipaget, de var 7:e placerade vid Breeders Trophy i höstas. 2015 representerar de SVB i Unghäst-VM. Vi önskar er lycka till! Tack Stefan Jansson för visningen utav Sydney. Varsågod Christoph Hess.
Oh dear, Stefan, poor gentleman in the saddle. You had highlights, flying changes. If I wouldn't know that this horse just turning 7, I would say maybe this horse is 10 years old. Lovely flying changes. These are not flying changes of a young horse. Really good from behind, uphill, nice in the picture, in the frame, wonderful. All 4 flying changes, really, really good, very obedient, easy to your 8s. Lovely lateral work. This is bending, flexion, uphill tendency, and a good balance, natural balance. Very, very good. Then the periods, both periods, super. On the spot, this was not the movement about the haunches, this was a proper period. Really, really good. This is a positive thing. But then the horse saw himself there on the screen in the middle of this magnificent arena. Then the horse stops. In the beginning, the horse had tension here in front of the judges when the horse had seen us here sitting at our table. Therefore, you had ups and downs, and you see horse loves to do half steps. To be honest, a little bit with tension. But at the end of the day, before we do these kind of movements, we want to see in the young horses classes horses which are in front of the driving aids, which accept the calf, the leg, and which have a little bit more relaxation. But now to the marks. 7.6 for the walk. The horse has a good potential, but sometimes we had a little bit of feeling because of the tension, the horse was not natural enough in the trot. It was a little bit into the direction of passage. The horse should open the neck a little bit more, then you will get easy a mark with an 8 in front of the comma. Today 7.6. The walk, because of the tension, especially in the collecting part of the walk, which was full of tension, therefore today 6.2. Canter, lovely with a good ability for collection, good rhythm, good suppleness and elasticity, or a potential for elasticity. Today 8.2. But to be honest, because the horse was disobedient and had such a lot of tension, submission today 5.9. I'm very sorry, or we are very sorry for this low mark. And the perspective, we have to see the quality of the horse, which is very good, and we have to see the quality of the riding and the suppleness, which was not so good today. Therefore in total 7.3.
Och detta ger 70,4% för Stefan Jansson och Sydney, 7,6 på trav, 6,2 på skritt, 8,2 på galopp, 5,9 på lösgjordhet och 7,3 i framtidsutsikter. Ja hörni, kära publik, vi började den här kvällen och det här dressyrblocket med Yvonne Österholm. Vi ska också avsluta med Yvonne Österholm. Nu sitter hon i sadeln på Fiera Girl. Ett sto efter Faustinus undan Dolce Vita TH, som i sin tur är efter Ruben Rott. Det är Malin Myrman som är både uppfödare och ägare till hästen, och ekipaget var tredje placerat i höstens Breeders' Trophy och representerade också SVB vid Unghäst-VM 2016. Vi tackar Yvonne Österholm för visningen utav Fiera Girl. Jag tycker också att vi ger Yvonne en extra applåd. Det är fjärde hästen hon visar för oss här ikväll. Tack för det, Yvonne. Över till Kristoffers.
And I think Yvonne did a great job riding 4 horses, and maybe the last horse could be the highlight of the class of the 7-year-old horse. What do you think about it? Spectators, what do you think? What is the highlight? Okay, this is exactly what we think as well. I think she did a good trot, nice swinging, and Yvonne has a nice feeling to ride the right tempo, not over asking, but gives the horse a clear chance to swing through the body, to use the whole body. Therefore an 8.0. To be honest, our feeling was that the collecting trot was a little bit nicer from the swinging point of view than the medium, which is the first diagonal, and the 2 extended trots. The horse could use the hind legs a little bit more into the direction of the center of gravity. 8.0. The walk, clean, in rhythm, good relaxation, with a good activity, with a good covering ground. 8.8. Again, in this test, it's very difficult to ride an extension and walk, and then before, after, and between the periods, a clean rhythm in the walk, which is not easy for the young horses. The canter, 7.6. The horse could have a little bit longer moment of suspension, covering more ground, but the horse has a nice rhythm. Therefore, the horse has a true perspective in this gait. And the submission in the lateral work, a nice swinging, which is very, very important that you have the same quality in the lateral work as you have and on the long side and on the curved lines. Sometimes the horse was a little bit strong in the hands, but the horse is okay. All 4 flying changes clean. The last flying change was the best one, and the lateral work is fine as well. 8.0 for submission. Perspective 8.2, and you are the winner of this class. Double gold medal winner in the afternoon, coming with 4 horses, going home with 2 gold medals. Congratulations from our point of view to Yvonne Österholm.
Ja hörni, hon gör det igen. Hon vinner även denna klass, Yvonne Österholm med Fiera Girl. 81,2% fördelat på 8,0 för trav, 8,8 för sin fina skritt, 7,6 för galopp, 8,0 för lösgjordhet och 8,2 i framtidsutsikter. Då var vi klara med denna klass. Swedish Warmblood Trophy presenterad utav City Gross. Vi kommer alldeles strax att förrätta prisutdelningen.